Hey friends, welcome to China Coaching. Rob here. So excited for this video. It's a Q&A, question and answer to celebrate last month crossing 1,000 subscribers. Thanks so much. We couldn't do it without you. And on June 1st, we recently celebrated our 1-year anniversary of China Coaching. So pumped. We've taken your questions to help incoming and current international students be more successful here in America, covering topics like entrance exams, how to get into top Ivy League schools like Harvard, Stanford, MIT, things like networking, and even fun stuff like tattoos. So stay tuned for this video. It's going to be awesome. Leave your comments below for some follow-up questions if you have any as well. Hey friends, I'm actually here in Orlando, Florida at a conference doing some training, and then later on we'll take some family beach vacation. But yeah, this video is going to be really fun. We're going to do a lot of great question and answers. And if you guys are new in China Coaching, don't forget to subscribe. Stay connected so you don't miss future videos. Share these videos or give a like if they're helpful to you and you want other people to benefit from them. And let's connect on social media as well. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, we can continue the conversation. And yeah, let's dive into these questions. Thanks so much for people who sent them in. I'm excited to do another Q&A in the future. But yeah, let's just go because these are really fun. So let's start with question number 1. And question number 1 is about fall or spring admission. Students want to know, should I come in the fall? Should I come in the spring? And there's pros and cons to both. So for the fall is when most students come, and that's typical for the US college systems. Most American systems start in the fall, people graduate in the spring. For internships, it's definitely more helpful to come in the fall. That way, because you complete the 2 long semesters, the fall and the spring, and you can take that summer internship, which is very common, very important. Housing, is kind of crazy in the fall. Everyone's coming, trying to find new roommates. Where actually in the spring, it's easier to find housing. Most spring students just kind of move in with current international students. Both have options, pros and cons. Really, you should do what's best for you, your timing, your situation, your job, your family, your finances. But in general, probably fall is the best. All right, question number 2. AP exams, so advanced placement exams or IB, International Baccalaureate. These are kind of 2 courses or curriculums that you can take, study in America or even abroad. And there's 2 factors to it. Doing AP or IB, 1, taking these classes, they're weighted. So if you score, they can bump up your GPA. If you get like an A, it's like an A+, and a B becomes an A C becomes a B. So you can actually weight or move up your GPA, which is helpful for current students. But also then at the end of the semester, end of the year, you take your AP or IB exams, and if you score high enough, it actually counts as college credit. And a lot of colleges will let you kind of get rid of those basic courses. And so for me, example, I took some AP classes when I was in high school, some math, some history, and I got to test out. And so I didn't have to take Calculus 1 in college, or I got my history credit taken care of. And you can do these for all subjects. So doing AP or IB ahead of time, especially for undergraduate, can save you time and save you money. So if it's available, you should really check it out. All right, one question that we got asked was, someone wants a video of my life, childhood, school, marriage, struggle, success. Of course, definitely don't have time to do it now, but would love to cover that in a different video. Another really great question my friend Rahul asked is, what are the top 3 recommendations for international students about networking? All right, first recommendation for networking is, it's easier than you think. I know in Eastern cultures, relationships are much different, but in America, it's really easy to talk to Americans. Networking is really easy. We like small talk. And so it's actually easier in America to network and build relationships than it probably is in your home country. So that's number 1. Number 2 is practice and start early. Networking is not something you do when it's time to get a job. Networking is something you start way earlier from day 1 in America so that you've built that process and you have that network when it's time to start finding a job. So start earlier. Don't start late. If you're starting the network when it's time to find a job, it's too late. Number 3 is just do it. We know that in America, the best way to get a job is through networking. My suggestion is don't waste your time applying online. It's the hardest way for an F1 student to get a job in America. Invest that time networking, meeting people, asking questions. Just do it. It'll serve you well, and you're going to have a way better chance at getting a job in America. All right, another question is, what inspires me most to help students here in America? And there's a lot of reasons, actually. Yeah, it's pretty multifaceted, but I'll just kind of share one right now, is that as I've traveled the world, I've received so much help. I've been to around 30 different countries. In India, there's a phrase, Aditi Devo Bhava, which means kind of, you welcome or treat the guest as if they're God in your home. and I've received incredible hospitality, incredible help from people all over the world, and I want to return that favor and make sure people are welcome to my country and are treated well and receive that same hospitality here in America. So I'm just returning what I've received around the world, and I want people to experience here in America. Here's a really big question a lot of students ask. Can I get admission into Stanford, MIT, Harvard? What should I do for that? All right, first, good luck. Most Americans can't even get into these colleges, and for international students it can be just as hard. But it's possible, not impossible, but have low expectations, because there's no easy tricks, there's no shortcuts like maybe in other places in the world. And again, you can't bring your educational admission paradigm from your country to America because it's very different. These top educational institutions, these Ivy League schools, you have to understand what they're looking for. And it's not just the numbers on the paper. What they want to look for is their brand reputation and what kind of students are going to add value to them as they, as a university, add value to the world. So how can you add value to them? That is what they're looking for in the application and admission process. So they are looking for world changers, not just toppers or people with good grades. There's people in America with perfect scores, ACT, SAT, GRE, that still don't even get into these colleges because it's way more than that. It's about being holistic as a person, and most importantly, it's about standing out from the crowd. It's not about blending in or fulfilling the status quo, but being unique and having a passion. And the best way that they're going to determine if you're going to be a future impact, future value, a future world changer is the past experience that you have. Do you have experience to show your creativity, your uniqueness, the impact that you've already made? They don't care about your GPA, your grades, your test scores. They care about, do you have a track record of being a world changer? Because then that can predict you possibly being a world changer in the future. That is what they are looking for. So you need to focus on your strengths, your unique abilities, not just the numbers on the paper, because everyone else is going to have good numbers too applying to these colleges. What is going to make you stand out? And then lastly, you need the extracurricular activities, the things outside the classroom to back up your unique giftings and strengths and passions. You know, it's not just your studies, but are you in leadership positions? Are you in clubs? Do you volunteer and do philanthropy? Do you partner with an NGO? Do you teach or mentor? Have you created or developed something? What do you do outside the classroom that shows and gives you that experience and tangible proof that you are who you say you are and you can do what they think you can do in the future? Give them the proof that you're going to add value to that college and that you're going to be a world changer, and that is what's going to make you stand out. Another question is, what do I, as Rob, do for a living? Well, some people think I'm a chaiwala, but I'm not. I do enjoy making chai and drinking chai with friends, but I do cross-cultural training and consulting. This is what I did for business in India for a while, what I do here in America now, and I teach people, help them to better communicate and build relationships with people from different cultures. For example, here in America, I'll teach people, Americans about Indian culture, I'll teach Indians about American culture or vice versa. And it's kind of soft skills is kind of the word that I focus on and help. I'm not technical consulting, but soft skills, relationship, communication, networking, leadership, all those kind of things. And even spiritual topics, I get invited to teach and train about those things and things like Hinduism or other religions and beliefs. And so it's fun getting to share and help people understand people that are different from them. So another question is, have I spent any time in India? Seems like I know a lot about India. Yeah, I've actually been, all over the world, but India, did business there for several years in 3 of the major cities, and then I've traveled all over India to many of the states. So India has definitely felt like home before. Love the people there, have gained a lot of knowledge about India and its culture. And so yeah, I've definitely got a lot of experience there. So very thankful for those opportunities. All right, last question, a little peculiar. Someone asked, what's the tattoo? And so there's a picture here that I posted asking for the Q&A, and I think there's some confusion. The way it looks, maybe that's actually a tattoo on my chest. Then they clarified and realized it's my shirt. And so another follow-up question was, IIT Delhi? And if you don't know, IIT Delhi is one of the top premier colleges in India. It's like a Harvard, MIT in America. Super hard. I know students who would study for years trying to get in there. But actually, when I was doing some business in Delhi, I got to work and had some cultural research opportunities and contracts to work at IIT Delhi and with the students. And so it was really fun, super smart kids, super sharp, and got to do some cultural research and projects there at the college with those students and learned a lot. They were fun to work with, and so that t-shirt was just kind of a fun souvenir for getting to do some projects there. All right, so that does it for this Q&A. Thanks so much for watching. Maybe we'll do another one at like 5,000 subscribers or something if this was fun. If you have any other further questions, please comment below. Or if I missed something, add it as well. You know, I didn't cover everything perfectly, just kind of breezing over all these topics. And if this video was helpful, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, and connect with us online on social media. We want to help you guys out. And thanks again for joining us at Chine Coaching. See you next time.